think a good citizen is somebody that helps out in their community and cares about what's going on around them.
I think that a good citizen is a person who is a positive asset to the community.
Someone who votes.
What makes you a good citizen is, you vote.
Someone who votes.
Vote!
It's not just voting, but it's respecting people for what they do. It's respecting people for what they have, respecting each individual in their own little way.
It's about respect for your neighbor, respect for the earth, respect for your community. But in essence, it's all about respect and integrity.
Citizen is someone who contributes to society and takes care of others.
Someone that works hard for their community.
I think being a good citizen means that you're invested in your community.
It's someone that makes their voice heard and that's active in their community.
And contributes a lot to their community and likes to give back.
I think being a good citizen means that you're invested in your community.
Not only bettering the local area, but ultimately bettering the country, and that's a great part of being a citizen.
But I also think being a good citizen is being a global citizen.
I think somebody who actually contributes to their community, they don't just take advantage of all the things that our government offers us.
An individual that knows the difference between right and wrong.
A good citizen is someone who is socially literate.
Who's able to articulate an opinion about political matters and does that and then votes and follows through with their responsibilities.
Does his best day in and day out to ensure that he tries to act accordingly within those parameters. And then as he grows and matures, he tries to pass that wisdom on to his family and his children, if he showed desires to have them, and then continues to treat others as he wishes to be treated.
It's about how you behave with integrity. It's about patriotism towards your country, and even to an extent toward your city and toward your family.
Somebody that works hard, does what they're expected of, and pays taxes, and is honest.
Someone who follows the laws.
Someone who helps their neighbor.
Someone who pays taxes.
Pay your taxes.
Someone who recycles.
The ideals of the Marine Corps parallel those of what a good citizen is in regards to honor, courage, and commitment. Those are the core values that we live by, that all Marines are indoctrinated in, and of course try to practice each and every day.
Yes, knowledge about the government is extremely important.
Knowledge is power. Get involved.
I think knowledge of the government is important because, first of all, in any country you need to understand how decisions are made in your country and why they're made in the way that they are. I think in our country, especially because we have the chance every couple of years to change the ruling parties of the government, we should know what's being done, what we agree with, what we don't agree with, and see if there's any way to change the things that we don't agree with or to bolster the things that we do agree with.
If you don't understand your government, then you're not going to understand how to be connected to it or how to affect change inside of it.
I think knowing your government is important because whether you like government or not, it's good to know what's going on so you can make your own opinions on things.
And that's part of being a good citizen, understanding the government channels, how it works, and how you can get involved in it.
As a citizen, a few things that I've done include things like voting, and I seriously do not miss an opportunity to vote. I think if you were to check the records, you would find that in the last probably 30-ish plus years, I've been voting.
Vote!
And I also recycle.
I'm actually, since I'm a social studies teacher, I'm kind of, I'm committed in terms of engaging my government. I'll go, and if I have a concern about a specific issue, I'll contact my senators, my congressmen, congresswomen to address my concerns. I'll write them at times if I need to. But I think the most important way I interact with my government is that every year I vote.
Vote!
As a citizen of the U.S., I try to be informed about the things that are going on. I'm a registered Republican, but I really try to look at what people have to say if I'm going to vote for somebody, and what people really are about before I cast my vote for someone.
I try to stay current on political issues.
I make sure I know about specific issues if I'm going to talk about them. I know both sides of the story all the time.
So how do I help the community is basically making sure that everybody's abiding by the rules that the community has set.
I think I'm not a really active citizen in my town, but I am very active in my school system.
An active person at school in my community.
But I think the most important thing that I do for our community is help to grow my son into a responsible individual.
That's probably where I feel like I've made my greatest impact, is creating good citizens in my family.
Can you be patriotic and be a bad citizen? Yeah. If you can be really patriotic and you can wave a flag and you can have it blasted all over your car, but if you don't vote, you're not patriotic. That's super important.
Vote!
So, being a good citizen's all about picking up after your dog, not cutting lines at Disney World, and everyone says recycling.
I guess that's about it.
Vote!